Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Dicey Dungeon. Let's continue. I'm trying to burn through the parallel universes because I'm not getting very far in the elimination round challenges. Hey, how's the self-improvement going? Are you the best possible version of yourself yet? I only want top quality minions in my dungeons. Not yet, but I'm gonna try harder. And I'm still gonna win. Ah, bless your heart. Never give up hope. Keep believing that this time it might be okay. It might. You know what? I think it will be. I can feel it. Well, you better hope it happens soon. Your time's running out. So quick. Get in there and get fighting. The idea that your time is running out is weird. So we have a 4 spud cannon, 2 damage and 4 on jackpot, and then 25% chance of returning a dice on a missing score. His plasma cannon does 10 damage, and just the same old there. Okay. So you're not at any real risk until you could possibly roll a 6 and go past the target. So ideally you want to do 5 damage, then put 2 in there, and then see if you can hit the jackpot. It's kind of funny how the Space Marine is one of your early characters, and he's pushing the type of equipment that you're likely to turn away from and not use as much. And if anything, he's highlighting why you wouldn't want to use that equipment, because he never gets to actually attack with all that set up. I guess we want equipment. There would be no reason not to have equipment. More options is better than less options. Let's see. So we have a jackpot that does something very different here. Shield plus 3. Reduce damage by 1. Reusable on jackpot to do 8. You know what? You do one more roll here, and that doesn't really work. Let's see. I didn't do the math quite right. I thought I could win there, but obviously I couldn't. I thought I was going to be able to use the spud gun 3 times in a row. Let's see. Just get rid of that first. Teleport, evade next attack. Interesting. Well, we can just win here. But if you end on a jackpot in one turn, you're not going to do anything different in the next turn. Yeah, we could get an easy fight with sticky hands, so we should start with stereo head since we're at full health. Yeah. 4 damage, 3 damage, chance of getting it back. 4 damage there. That worked out fairly well. Let's see. Guess we could do this. 6 damage. 25% chance of getting it back. Then 2 damage. 1, I guess, is an odd, so let's see. Do that. Do that. Do that. Reuse next equipment. When it says reuse next equipment, does that mean repeat the next equipment, or would you need the... Let's just do reuse next equipment and see if this does 8 damage. Well, it gave me the dice back. Weirdly. That's not what I was expecting to happen. Do 1 damage, roll a 5, reusable. Return the differences between 2 dice. Double the dice value plus under Jared dice. Unjared dice. I don't even know how you'd pronounce that. Double the dice value, then subtract 1. So if you put a 5 there, you'd have 10 and you'd get a 9. Doesn't sound terrible. That doesn't sound great though. Could we possibly pull this off where we get Lucky Star and everything else? Maybe. We're in pretty good health now to take on the Super Magician, so we'll do it now. The introduction of super enemies, I don't feel like that particularly benefits the game a lot. Interesting. Why did I got that back because of the 25%. Yeah. We'll do that. And then sure. That worked out pretty decently. But see, I'm forgetting that we're doing a parallel universe roll in this run at all. It just totally slipped my mind. Okay, 6 and 3. Do a 6 here. Do 2 there and win. Okay. Precious Egg. Oh, we've got to take this. Although Stack Overflow sounds more interesting, Precious Egg probably is the dragon. Like, almost certainly. And yeah, we could probably buy this too. If I do buy this, I then have to get rid of like leather armor, which is probably fine. So Sticky Hands goes first, and then he immediately steals a gold once per battle. 3, 5. Double. Precious Egg contains a powerful item. Keep going. Interesting. So we gotta go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to get the dragon, don't we? Okay. I mean, we'll try our best on that. Slots shrink on each roll. I don't know what that means, particularly. Oh, the the amount of damage it can do. Okay. So you would want to do memory leak each turn to start with, if you can. 5, 6. Refrigerator, freeze 1 dice. Or regenerate, heal 3 health, or fury, repeat next action. If we do refrigerator here, that can build us up in a good position to not really do anything else. So I guess I want to get his health low. Of course, freezing the dice this time in the parallel universe just reduces its value by 1, not turning it to a 1. 6. So I'm gonna straight up like waste health here. We used next equipment, may have been useful. Yeah, we could do about 2 more damage, but if he can run away in that time, in 2 more turns, that's gonna suck. So I may just have to win. Yeah, he runs. If he rolls a 6 next turn, I am not going to be able to win here. And he'll run away, and he'll steal my coin, which, if anything, I guess he steals my victory at that point. Sticky Hands fled. And that really puts you in a bad position, not because you really lost the money, but because now, unless there's another Sticky Hands that shows up on another floor, I won't be at max level. I guess the hope would be that the dragon still requires only a 3. That's true. But I should have just pulled the trigger and should have just pulled the trigger and killed him. My fear, of course, was that the precious egg would reset back to 6. But if that was the case, then there's a decent chance it would have reset back to that point anyways. Is now the time to auto roll? Let's see, unshock this. 3, 2, 1. Table slam unlocked. And we got an achievement for that. And then any odd number would just do 4 damage and 6 damage. Rerolls all unused dice. Table slam's not even that useful of a thing. What I was expecting there would have been a dragon and a dragon's tooth? I did not get that. Whatever. It did get an achievement, so we've accomplished one more thing. And that definitely feels like that is an item that only really exists in a parallel universe. Right. Reroll all unused dice and return this dice. So just a full-on reroll. Versus maybe a major increase of getting another card, another dice. Guaranteed rerolls, which is bad for memory link, or 75% of returning dice. And we could look at the backpack, but we don't have anything. So let's think about that some more, because there's definitely room for maybe picking up some better equipment and then upgrading that better equipment. And we kind of need all the help we can get. Let's see. Doubling a 1 and subtracting 1 does absolutely nothing, come to think of it. We could do 2 damage, or we could do that. Three poison and walk towards doubling poison. Poison in this parallel universe coming down to making us use items. A 1 then reroll 6 isn't really worth it. Guess a 1 then rerolling a 2 could do that and give us a 3, which then can save us some damage. And then potentially do 1 damage and return the dice. Not really the greatest. Let's see. Do that. And then I guess you have to kind of do this. Well, the first thing we can do is re-roll. Then do this. And I guess we could re-roll that. And we can do that. And we can do that. And we can do that. Toss that in there. 8 fire damage, 4 on the jackpot. I think that is your best bet. There we go. Even was once trapped eternity. Yeah, I really don't believe any of these characters are going to tell us anything new or interesting. Okay, parrying dagger is an even weapon that would do that much damage and lock enemy dice that rolls that same thing. Kite shield is out. We would need 1 more gold before we could buy anything. Mechanical leg, do 2 damage for each unused dice. Unused dice per game or unused dice per turn? Either way, I think you'd go with parrying dagger. Yeah, we'll take that health. We'll take on this guy. We also are in that weird situation too where we won't get the health refills at the same time that we once would have. Because we didn't defeat Sticky Hands. It honestly is probably should have been an achievement just for letting Sticky Hands run around away. For as unlikely that was to actually happen. Of course, I suppose there are players that might be even worse than me. Right, so you do this, and then I guess we gotta do this. And even that's not good enough. You can do one more here, but then you're down to a 3, and so you auto roll for like a 1, and then you can do 2 damage this way, and we can just win by doing this. We could have also won by firebombing. We didn't have an opportunity to get health. That's weird that we leveled up here. Odd, free spin, change jackpot abilities. And seems like you have to take it. What I wanted though. Honestly, I think you're better off with what you've got. We'll buy pairing dice. We'll do an odd to an even there. Then we'll consider upgrading things. Pairing dice do that much damage. Or a table slam. Reroll all the dice. Or a missing score, 75% chance to return dice. I want to upgrade missing score, which is just a commitment to stick with missing score. Alright, and we have a super version here, so we should probably take that out first. Odds and evens. Okay. Six. Block a 6 and do 6 damage. Doesn't sound bad. Any enemy dice that rolls a 6 must be used first. Which, yeah, I don't think that changes too much. I could roll a 6 here, so probably it's worth it to just do that. Double here, get to a 5. Do 5 damage here. Didn't get the dice back. 2, we'll throw into that. With 3 dice, if he has 2 evens and 2 odds, there's just an incredibly high chance that you would always get something you could use. Okay. 8 damage there. And at that point I can just kind of auto roll. Roll 2 ones, is that necessary? The lucky shot do 5. Do 6. Let's barricade and give ourselves 3 there, just in case. That fills our health up somewhat. There might be a trick to this, where they are going to give us more I'm going to take Special Sword just because why not? They may be giving us more experience to balance it out because the other guy, Sticky Hands, did run away. And we may actually get to the maximum level. Or we may just get to the maximum level after we beat the boss. Which, that's not helpful. Okay, 6. Lock in the 6. Which now means if he rolls a 6, he can't do anything. So in this case, that's actually pretty helpful. We'll just do 1 damage. Alright, so he rolled a 6. He can't do anything at all. So as long as I do an even number in the parrying dice, he cannot play any turn. Which, that is amazingly helpful. Guess I could have doubled the dice there and done maybe a little bit more damage, but no, actually I don't think that would have worked. I can do this, though. Should I play here and do 1 more damage? I guess I should. And do that. And I guess do that. There's a possibility, I guess he rolls an odd number and or an even number, but it's not a 6. We won't actually get that far though. Let's just take the victory. Yeah, it does seem like we are going to be 2 fight shy unless we run into a mimic or something, or a rotten apple. It's still worth it though to probably fight everybody. It would be hard to argue it wasn't worth it. This time if he rolls a 6, that again would lock them out. But didn't roll a 6, so do that. Alright, we have a poison, right, which we need to get rid of. Do that. Do that. Maybe play this and see if you get it back. I guess you play that. Even if I had locked a 6 that time, it probably wouldn't have mattered because they could have just played doubles. Right. 6 and then 6 here. For one day I'll beat you. And hey, could you take another message to my kid? Could you tell him to remember the gardener is our colleague and he's not allowed to eat him? Thanks. Alright, well, we didn't level up. We're too shy from leveling up. So, unless a new fighter shows up, somewhere on this floor, which is our last chance, then we won't be at that maximum level unless we could get 2 extra experience somehow, and there's basically been no way to get 2 extra experience. Locking them on a 6 if they have a 6 first is not going to really change much in this case, but we'll do it anyway since we have no better options. Unlock a crystal weapon. Basically every special card or equipment like Table Slam that we've unlocked has really just proven to be a really pointless item. It does not like ever change the game in some crazy way. It feels like each of those items should be a I guess we have to take concatenate, which is a programming term. Would we want it more than doubling the dice and subtracting 1? You're basically spending a dice to increase the number of dice you can roll. Or getting a dice that's more guaranteed to be a 6. So I don't think you really use that. Let's see. We do have enough money here to buy health if we need it. Or we could buy 2 attacks that I have no interest in. So I think that leaves you doing this fight, and then potentially just not doing the other 2 fights at all. Normally that wouldn't be the right move, but in this case I think that is the right move. Let's see. Locking him on a 6 still really wouldn't do anything. We can re-roll this way. Do that. Do that. Do that. Blind Curse and do Overwhelm. Okay. Do that. Let's see. Do that and win. Okay. So we would need 12. This would give me 5. This would give me 5. So it does put you in a position where you don't need to fight both of them. So let's just pick the cowboy, fight him, get to this chest. If the chest was a mimic and then that worked, give us that remaining 2, that would be how we could get back on the right path, but otherwise we should just skip the fights because getting the experience is not going to help us any. Let's see. Locking him at a 6 only makes it slightly more difficult for him to pull off what he's doing. Should I put 1 into doing 4 or just re-roll? Probably should have put 1 into the 4. So he's at a 1, so that just lets him play the ones. Yeah, locking him at a 6 actually doesn't do anything, does it? Locking him at anything doesn't actually do anything. This parrying dagger only works to a certain level. Locking into a 4, 2. He didn't roll a 4, so it's 12 damage. That sets us up with an auto roll for the boss fight, and we're probably fine with the health. Or at least we're as good as we're gonna get with health. Must equal 7 returns a 6 and a 1. Every time. Yeah, I don't think there's a way you'd play with that. So full health. This would only give us 5 experience. 6 damage. There's no reason we'd want to buy any of those. Let's see. Double the dice value and then add 1 instead of subtracting 1 at a max. Doesn't really do much else. But I guess what we would want to do is just unlock parrying dice. And then we go to the boss fight. Aofi. And we're in a decent position considering how we're not at max level. But I could see us also losing. Ooh, another fight. Don't mind if I do. Right. So start with that. Do 6 damage. Do 6. Locking her at a 6 does nothing. Do 6 more damage. And then auto roll. Doing this and that. Then does 4 damage. Which is probably best. Let's do one more roll. Do your 5 here. Reroll this. That didn't work. But whatever. I could have taken shield. And then the parallel universe shield restores health at the end of the turn. Should I go ahead and do this, or should I roll one more time? Yep, rolling one more time was better. So give me a 3. Just keep on rolling. Alright, do the 4 here. Do a 4 here. And she's 8 to 32, so it looks like we're gonna get a victory on this. We can do a 2 here. And just roll again and see if we get a jackpot. Massive amounts of shield, massive amounts of damage, but it just helps with the auto roll. So that much damage, do that much damage, and win. There we go. You know, none of your contestants have won your heart's desires yet. What a baffling stretch of bad luck. Anyway, it's time for one more unlucky spin of the wheel. Oh, how unfortunate. Probably next time though, right? So we hatched an egg, and we have now completed 3 Parallel Universe episodes. Hatching an egg unlocks Crystallina, likes crystal, dislikes things that are not crystal. 6 things you couldn't live without: Jasper, Onyx, Quartz, Obsidian, Moonstone, Ruby. Reason for entering the dungeons: crystals are here. Okay. There is a dragon's tooth, though. Item. We really have had only 2 opportunities in which we possibly could have had our max health at 64 or higher. And we really, even though we've done several poison maneuvers, we haven't done that. 5 or more shock, 5 or more freeze, 5 or more burn. None of that seems to happen. 40 more damage in a single attack. There's like only 1 card that possibly could do that. Limit break twice in 1 turn. There's only 1 way to do that. Roll 10 ones in 1 turn is weird. 12 or more damage by throwing a dice is weird. We still have yet to see what the bonus hard modes are about either. We've also unlocked Wisp. Snail. Greatest fear is snails. Likes roller coasters. Karaoke. Go to. Wake me up before you go go. Reason for ending your dungeons. Thought it might be a fun adventure. It was not. And it was. Sorry. Totally misread that. Okay. So, guess what we'll do here is just try this elimination round again. Yeah. We'll just try this elimination round and try to rush through it and see what we can do. This is going to be very basic stuff. I guess we've obviously proven that you don't have to be at max level to win. Although, you really couldn't run away too much from it. But, seriously. Yeah, you can be 1 level low, but if you had tried to run through the entire level and not do any fights, you almost certainly would have consistently lose because your health is just too low at the beginning. The whole process from floor 1 to floor 3 though do feel like things that I just don't quite appreciate. Oops. That was a mistake. Yeah. I would like for the parallel universe and the elimination rounds, I would like for you to be able to well, 1 more roll or do a lucky shot or regenerate. I mean, like, nudging that down did nothing for me. Well, we should be able to win here, no matter what that is. it better to take on sticky hands now or later? Increase the jackpot. Juggling ball. I think juggling ball might work pretty well here. Let's see. Take all that health. And we'll take on the fighter. The pirate. Yeah. I guess auto rolling now is fairly safe. Do 5 damage. Do 3 damage. Do 5 damage. And then the turn. If we get lucky enough to win this next turn, we're in no danger. I am far from the sea, but a fellow like me, though the ocean's apart, I'm a pirate at heart. Yeah. Weirdly, there is a lot of that goes around in this game. I suppose in the first couple of fights or floors are kind of pointless, and a lot of the almost all the dialogue is pointless. Most of the strategy in the game is pointless because it has this base of being around randomized dice rolls. Got that. And then another 6 damage. The Buster Sword is really a great item. And Sticky Hands didn't actually steal a coin from me because I didn't have a coin. But I would want him to still be defeated for the experience. Just go ahead and attack now. Right. Mechanical arm. I'm getting more rolls. How did I end up with 3 coins? I don't know. I was at 0 coins. He stole 0 coins. And I earned a coin for winning. And so I should be at 2 coins, not 3. I am very confused there. Should I buy the spanner? No, I think I'll just stick with what I've got. Okay. This opens us up to more things, so we'll go this way first. 3. 2, 3. Get a new dice. Do 2 damage now. We'll roll again. 5. Didn't do 3 damage there. Do I need to roll 1 more dice? Well, no, because Lucky Shot is just a much better guaranteed damage than rolling 1 more dice. And yeah, he has upgraded Buster Sword, but that's not changing too much. He is doing a lot of damage to me though. Do we need the auto roll? Do a 1 here. do 3 damage for 3 here, or 3 damage for 3 here. And then do that. Okay. Options would be a small shield, which I don't think we would take. We could upgrade ray gun, we could upgrade nudge, so that you could use it multiple times. We could upgrade juggling ball, we could upgrade mechanical arm, or we could upgrade plasma blaster. If we upgraded plasma blaster, then we wouldn't need nudge, and it would open up, I think, more of a better experience. So we'll go with that. We are in kind of a dangerous position now, but we just need to win here. Which, if I auto roll now, then I can do that. I can do that. I can do this. I can roll one more, which then lets me do this and do this, and that's almost a one-turn kill. So, unless the Dryad could have done something amazing. The only thing here, I guess, is you just roll, looking for a health regenerate. Even though you don't need it, then win. You think you're so smart, don't you? But the trees are the original vampire, mate. They grow from the dust and they feed on your blood. Yep. So we got a full health anyways there. Just want to rush through all this quickly. I have to remind myself that this is the second run of this episode. Alright. Guess you do this, or you do this. Do that. That, and then do that. I guess we might be looking for an auto roll for the next turn. Gonna have a 1, a 1. Everything is frozen, so. Yeah. Oh, you know what? If everything is frozen, can I roll 12 ones in a row? Yes, I can. Alright. So I think I want to just do a lucky shot here, because I think I might not win any other way on this turn. So yeah, the only way you could get 10 ones in a row is what the achievement was, is if somebody had frozen all of your dice and you had an infinite draw like this character does. Do I want to buy healing crystals or a bump blade? Why not both? Let's see. Bump blade definitely goes there. Healing crystals would be the replacement for the ray gun, I guess. We'll try that out. This is the best way to go this turn. We've got straight up an auto roll. Start with that. Max 3 damage and get a new dice. Max 1 damage and get a 6. Do another 6 there. 2 health there. I could do one more roll and probably get something better than a 5. But let's just do a lucky shot. Just take that certainty. And so now 2 are burned. So let's start with that. Third one. Guess we're fairly safe here. I can roll again. And so what I want is this to go to a 3, this to heal a 3, this to regenerate a 3, and then this could do 6 or this could do 6, doesn't matter. That puts us in a good position. I don't think we'll be using Spike's Shield. Potentially trading out a card makes some sense, but having more health also makes some sense. So let's take on the Wicker Man first. Like, very rarely do the card trades mean anything. Reroll that. Guess you bump that up to that. And then do that. Guess that worked pretty well. Now we've got to auto roll. Okay. I guess you take 2 damage and do that to get a new dice. And then you do that. And that. And do that. Do we do a lucky shot or do we regenerate health? I'm gonna play safe and regenerate health. Yeah. There was a possibility there that I would have lost. Not a high possibility. And we'll take the auto roll this time too. I think we've got to win this time. Alright, an even to do 5 and another lucky shot to do 5. It's about all we can do. I could take 2 damage to heal 3, which is just the same. So slightly dangerous situation here. 20 of 36 health. Is there possibly something wrong with the setup I have right now, or is there just some bad luck happening? Do 4 damage here. Do, I guess, 2 damage here. Roll. Then do 5 damage there. We only have to survive this one fight, and then we'll get full health, and then move on to the next floor. Let's see. I guess you do that. And then bump that. And do that. That. Do 5 damage there. Yeah, and I guess there's no reason to continue to play, so just do that. It's not like you're growing in experience for every jackpot you get or anything like that. Alright. That's not a deal I would want to do. We have one more floor. Let's see. Health, or just an upgrade. Do we have any equipment that would potentially be better if upgraded? Maybe. Not particularly concerned about the Rat King as a character. Maybe I'm underestimating him. Okay. Well, then we'll do 4 damage there. And 6 damage there. Let's see. So we've got a 6 here already. The game just told me that. Okay. Roll one more to try to get an even to do 6, or just do a lucky shot and do 1. I think you're better off doing that, yeah. So I'm just hoping he can't do a lot of damage to me, which doesn't look like he is going to be able to, and we'll take the auto roll to the next turn. Alright, so we know that's a big number. So we'll do that. There we go. And win. Right, what would we want to really upgrade? 2 uses per turn to bump things up. Max 4. Get rid of the even requirement on the mechanical arm. I think your bump blade is probably your best bet. I don't think that there's too much of a difference here. Being able just to increment multiple times with dice is not really worth it. Alright, so I'm just going to commit to upgrading the bump blade. We don't need this at this point. Now there might be something at the store that would have been way better off. Right. We want to heal with 3 first. We want to do 3 damage first. Bump blade that once, bump blade that once. Do this. I guess this, so that we can then do this, so we can do a lucky shot. And that gets him down to 10. If he could have gotten Vanish on me, a auto roll might struggle with Vanish. Let's see, 1, 2, 6, and Buster Sword wins. There we go. 8 health. Gets us back to a good position. Suppose this guy could lock a lot on us. That could be a problem, certainly. If that's the way it would play out. Okay. Do 5 there. Do that. The lucky shot. Didn't do that for 6. Yeah, I'll play to 6, return a lower value, then lock 1 dice. That's not terrible. First dice being locked isn't going to change much. And at that point I just win, so let's roll and see if we can get a jackpot. Otherwise we'll win with Buster Sword anyways. Do exactly 3 damage for no good reason. You should always try to really overshoot it. Fixed payout is not worth playing. The only time you really have an opportunity to really enjoy all of the different types of equipment would be with the Jester, and almost every scenario with the Jester doesn't really allow for you to play that way. That you could collect 20, 30 different pieces of equipment throughout the game and just play them. Ideally, there would be a bonus round where you play with the Jester and it is just no cost to execute the cards at all. You can just execute them without any snap ability or duplicate ability. That would probably make it too easy, but I could see that making it more fun. Alright, well, we'll roll again. Do that. Then we'll pull the trigger on that. Interesting. With that set up, we can get health, we can do lucky shot, we can do 6 damage. And I guess I was kind of right to not be afraid of the Rat King, even upgraded. There definitely is a way though that this would do 3-4 rats each turn, or 6 rats even, each turn if you got really lucky on the rolls. I mean, he just did 6 rats, so it definitely can happen. Let's keep the limit break for the next turn, no? Okay. So, bump blade that up 1, do 6 damage, and I guess we just have to win. Yep. We could have gotten the health regenerate, but wasn't really necessary, was it? Short circuit we could buy, but we wouldn't. Force field we could buy, but we wouldn't. Roll any 4 dice to activate short circuit, then you have to use a 5th dice. Short circuit's just not worth it. It might be worth it if it was only 3 dice. So off to the boss we go, fighting Buster, which I feel like we've forgotten about Buster as a boss. Like, we've only seen him a couple times. Alright, he's strong against fire. Oh, I was sleeping, but I can be awake. Hello, hello, I'm awake, let's fight. Let's see. Do that. To bump that up, I guess, to do that. Go ahead and do that. Do that. 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 Bump that up. There's kind of no reason to heal. Play that. And do that. And I could have auto-rolled. He's just going to do 6 damage and burn 1 dice. With each one of these he can pull off. Which... I guess now is as good of a time to auto-roll as any other time. Do that to re-roll. Do that to heal. Do 6 damage there. Bump this up a couple of times. Do this. And do that. And lucky shot. And we're gonna win. Unless he just managed to burn 4 or 5 dice. Or I roll a 6 and a 6 and a 6. It's, yeah. Even now, if I roll the 6 though, I'd still get a jackpot, so there really is no danger. Bump this up. Yeah. There's really no reason to get fancy with this. You just do this, you just burn this, and I guess we can auto-roll that time. But we kind of just don't need anything anyways. Buster Sword, Lucky Shot. We'll do Lucky Shot and win. Well, I've got to give you one thing. You're persistent. Still thinking about your heart's desire? Focused on that win? Then let's start the wheel spinning. And now let's stop the wheel on. Oh, look at that. Another unfortunate loss. So we now have 4 elimination rounds done. And we got 10 ones in a row. So that unlocks the Yeti. He likes very little, dislikes almost everything. Karaoke, go to. Honestly, karaoke sucks. Go embarrass yourselves in the privacy of your own home. Reasons for entering the dungeon. Well, when I first came down here, it was way more interesting, but I guess they let anyone in now. Yep, he's a hipster type Yeti. And then we also unlock the vacuum. Likes crumbs, lint, rice, chunky dust. Dislikes hair, brands, broken glass, loose coin string. Favorite food, grains of sugar spilled all over the floor. Reason for entering the dungeon, wanted to stop the word suck from being used when something's bad. So, yeah. There's a challenge way low down here. Complete all 6 episodes with any one contestant. And I don't feel like that's going to unlock any item. And then complete 5 elimination rounds and 6 elimination rounds. And then 4, 5, and 6 parallel universe rounds, and then bonus rounds. Otherwise, doing 12 damage by throwing dice is going to be hard, and the rest of these special achievements are going to be pretty hard, with maybe the exception of doing all 36 regular episodes or defeating Lady Luck if we can get to that point. We are in a good position now, through a lot of persistence and a lot of effort and a lot of time, to potentially get all the parallel universe rounds done, and possibly maybe all the elimination rounds. At a certain point I might even want to just play the game off screen, but why not just cheat at that point too? Why not just go into the save file editor and unlock the elimination rounds for the ones I'm struggling with. We are making good progress. Unfortunately, it's still about 9 hours more of gameplay in this game, and it already feels like, if I was to guess, we've done 40 to 50 hours of gameplay in this game, and that's a lot more than what I was expecting. Honestly, if this had been a very tight 20-hour game at most, at least in the main challenges and the main missions, that would have been nicer. There definitely is room for a roguelike optimization, or just in general an optimization in which you fight fewer floors, fight fewer enemies. It's highly unlikely that most players would fail on the first, second, or third floor ever, even if they weren't playing in relaxed mode. But then you also have this game being incredibly difficult even in relaxed mode. It's hard to even really believe that this is a relaxed mode. But yeah, I guess that's all I'm gonna have to say for this episode, since we're already going a little long. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. And if you want to support me further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and give me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.